Been working today at our 6-acre site on this blustery, beautiful fall day. It's a little gusty, so hopefully the wind isn't too annoying. I'd like to talk about some pawpaws and persimmons that are starting to really come into bearing age and just some general updates overall. Today is in part a day of collecting tree crops for processing. So this is all black walnut from the neighborhood. Thanks Jeff and Evie down the way, who have a beautiful black walnut in their yard. He helped me load a few of these crates. And this fellow Paul, who I just met today, he actually filled all of these bags there on the side of the road, getting ready to go. He did all the harvesting for me. I don't think he meant to do it for me, but they're all filled with black walnuts. It was really neat to meet him and have all these bags. He showed me a Ford from 1912 that he had in the barn that he was excited to show. So harvesting new friendships and a whole bunch of fat and protein today. We'll go out and take a look at the trees, but this looks like a little nest of eggs, little strange dinosaur eggs, but these are the pawpaws. You can see some that were on the ground. These will process directly into seed. I've got a little container here where I'm keeping seeds cool and moist as I eat these pawpaws or share them with folks. So we're going to go through the place where we used to collect seed in giant numbers was eradicated this year. And so all the pawpaw seed for our future will come from our own plantings. So I just have to be really diligent with harvesting and enjoying some of these. I like the idea of pine duff in the bottom. They're a fragile fruit, and there was pine duff in the bottom of the bulb crate anyway, so I just added more. And it looks sweet. They look comfortable in there. We're a ways off from the persimmon harvest, but it looks like it will be a very promising one. You can see up in this female persimmon tree, direct sown, I think back in 2010. Maybe you can see, I mean, I can see when I'm not looking through the camera, but there's clumps of persimmons all throughout. There's branches that are bearing down from the weight of the fruit on there. That'll be in our region for this type of genetics. These are the variety we grow out from seed to share with folks. It's a very northern line. The fruit ripens in our area mid-November, basically around Thanksgiving. So we'll start looking for those then. The size of the fruit this year looks absolutely beautiful. Lots and lots. There's hundreds this year. It's definitely the most it's ever made. And at some point I'll need to prune the branches on this. It's leaning onto this firewood shed in a way where I think it'll break the shed at some point. So we'll wait for the crop to finish and then maybe rope it off or cut it back. But some are starting to drop already. These are the teasers. They make you think you're going to eat a lovely persimmon, but unless they're absolutely gooey soft, this will be astringent beyond. I think a chipmunk probably tried that and was like, yeah, forget it. So a little early on the persimmons. We've got a couple pawpaw thickets that are coming into a really nice bearing age. So here's just one random pawpaw. I talked a ways back actually about this tree to the north of the peach, and the peach will probably cut down at some point. The pawpaw is starting to thicket form in here and having a really happy time, while the peach gets a little bit older and more worn out and will eventually go away. These are rock hard still, so I'm not going to pick them. What I like to do with the pawpaws is wait till I start seeing a bunch on the ground and then give the tree a good shake and pick up whatever it drops for me. And that's almost a universal rule with most of the fruit, tree crop fruit that we like to harvest, is what's on the ground, what did the tree decide is ready, and can we push it a little bit by shaking some more. But if I were to pick them right now, I don't think these would ripen much. But there's a lot just in this one tree. Kind of get a sense of what's going on in here. There's probably 20 or 30, 40 or 50. So if we collect all the pawpaws in the landscape this year, we'll have absolutely more than enough seed for our nursery, which is an exciting place to be. While I'm on the pawpaw note, I wanted to take a look and show folks there's one seedling that started bearing maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's this friend here, planted just next to a Carpathian walnut, an English walnut, and that combo seems to work really nicely. And this one also has some later fruit, and the fruits are beautifully large. I mean, look at that. That's probably 2/3 of a pound in just one fruit. And I remember this one having a really lovely flavor as well. So these are all pawpaws that are grown from seed, and it's neat to see that they are absolutely nice, if not really nice from seed. So words of encouragement, if you're thinking about growing some pawpaws, if you can collect some fruit from a wild place or get some seed, you can grow a tree that will make clusters of fruit that are as big and nice as any of the fancy cultivars. They're good at carrying high quality parentage picture in the offspring. Let me know what sort of details you'd like to know about, I guess specifically Pawpaw and Persimmon. We'll have this video be a little bit more centered on those two crops. We're still learning as we go. Started planting them in 2008, 2009, put a lot in 2010, 2011. So, a decade old planting. They've been really good at living through droughts and flood years. They seem to both get through deer browse and rabbit browse really effortlessly, and tend to crop annually in a pretty hard, pretty intense way. So really like those two trees, and they're compatible with each other. They can grow near each other, and they can certainly grow around black walnut. So we'll keep picking pawpaws, collecting seed, and then keeping our eyes peeled for when the persimmons are ready. Maybe we can talk more about those at another time. But yeah, let me know what you're interested in learning about those, or if you've got notes for us of what we should be keeping an eye out for, I'm happy to hear too. Thanks.